Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to my talk. I'm Matteo Boscolo from Omni Solutions, and today we are talking about how to transfer data and information from a CAD application into Odoo. We will do that, just briefly tell you how we can do that, and then we will see some solution that already did what I am explaining right now. So first of all, we need to understand the workflow that is used when we decide to get the data from the CAD application and transfer this data into Odoo. So there are some way to do that, and one of this way could be this one. So we use the capability of the CAD application to extend its functionality by using an add-in that is a special way to create extension in a CAD application. Using this, we can use the income process way to communicate with the CAD application. And as an example that you can see here, we can create a sort of form view in which we can have some button that in that view are expressed by the save and the update functionality. And then with some web services, we can put the data from the CAD application directly into the Odoo application. This is the most common way to do such a thing. Another way to do that will be quite similar, but instead of using the income process, so being inside the CAD application, we will create an external application in which we give the same functionalities we did before with the save and update functionality, like in this way, simple case, but we use an auto process. This will be held by a separate executable, so let us more flexibility because we do not use the same application, but we just use it from the outside. The rest of the part, the communication between the CAD application, our program and the Odoo will be done in the same way. There is also another way to do that, and in which we do not develop anything inside the CAD application, because the CAD application already gives us some web services. This is a particular case of the Creo CAD application that offers you a sort of web server in which you can ask information to that web server. So in that case, we move the control from the CAD application or our executable directly inside Odoo. So we are able, in this case, from Odoo, to call the CAD application and get the data that we will use further. So going ahead, we need some tool in order to perform these things. As you can see, these are good tools that we can use in programming in order to achieve our result. But I'm joking, of course. So let's see deeply how we can, what we can find in the CAD application for extending it. Mostly of the CAD application offer API layer of software in which is well documented, sometimes not, in which we can interact. Let us call the CAD application from programming and getting the data and the structure of the CAD application. Another very important information that we know from the CAD application that all the file of the CAD application have something called in property or custom property. We can see this custom property inside the CAD application as fields inside Odoo. So in this, when we do some drawings, inside this drawing we can fit some properties, some information that we are able with the API interface to get. So it's easy to write and read information inside this property. And of course, another tools that we are allowed to access using the API interface is the structure of the CAD files. Most of the we can think about the CAD file for like a Python file that in which we can import other modules. The CAD application uses the same system, to put inside a big file other files to create our 3D model more complex. Other interface that those interface that we have just a little bit explained now can be used with this kind of tools. Most of the CAD offer VBA as a language. It's a normal Visual Basic in which you can create your own script, and from there you can export your data. Other, as us, we prefer Python because we like Python a lot, and you can extend also with Python the capability of your CAD application, okay? And of course, for the more skilled programmer can use C or C++, or if they prefer, they can use C# or Visual Basic. All those programming language will be used with the API interface of the CAD application. That is the layer that they offer us in order to use the capability of the CAD application. To the other side, now we have seen the CAD application, to the other side we have Odoo. What is available? What are the tools that we can use in Odoo? Of course, the web services and controller, or via standard XML RPC. So with those kind of tools, we are able to write and read information inside Odoo. Of course, what offers us Odoo is a product structure, so a way in which to store products. We can optionally store fields or also the bill of materials. So those ingredients are all used from this connection in order to exchange data. So going ahead, we can have we can divide in 3 steps, basic, intermediate, or advanced, the way in which we can integrate a CAD application with Odoo. We can have a basic ones in which the only needed, maybe for our customer, will be to get the product information, maybe the BOM, and push it into Odoo. So this will be the basic level in which we can think about integrate a CAD application into Odoo. We can have also an intermediate step in which instead of only pushing the data from the CAD application to Odoo, we can also retrieve the data. So we can, in certain way, get the data from Odoo and push the data inside the CAD application. So we can push and pull those information between the two systems. The most advanced interface is to build up a full PLM product in which not only we use product and BOM, but we can also manage documents, so the CAD document. This will be the case of a real PLM system in which we can manage files, we can manage BOM, we can manage revision, and so on, also file conversion. And this will be the most advanced system. With this most advanced system, you don't need anymore a PLM system inside your company. So you can have your CAD application, your Odoo application, and that's it. In that case, you can you have a very, very full integration between the two systems. So we have, of course, as Omnia solution, a solution for this. And today we have two solutions for you. The first one is back with more than 10 years of experience in implementing Odoo is OdooPLM. That is a suite of add-ons of Odoo plus a plugin inside your preferred CAD application that allows you to do all the advanced stuff that we have seen just briefly. But also today we also have the OdooPLM Lite solution, that is the one there that allows you to just interact with the simple things, not the complex things that you have seen right now. Sorry. Okay, so what OdooPLM does as a functionality? We can manage product, document, also we can do some conversion between the original file in DXF step forward or wherever the CAD application allows. We can manage BOM. We support, of course, multiple CAD applications, and also we use a CAD-in module or also an executable module. Let's see it in action, how it works. Okay, here we are inside our CID application, and as you can see here, those property manager that you see are the information that in this moment are stored inside the CID application. So here I'm in the CID application. So let's go ahead just a little bit. As you can see, someone put the information inside this column here, that is the document number here, and let's go ahead just a little bit. So now, as you can see here we have an executable that is standalone executable that pop up this user interface in which it loads the information that are stored inside your CID application. So in this moment, all the information that before were stored inside the CID application will transfer to this form view. In this form view, as you can see, we also extract the bitmap in here, and from this application we are able to manage the translation between the information from the CID application to the to Odoo in this case. So let's go ahead and see what's happening. Here, as you can see, we have the P-code column that is the same that we have seen previously on the CID application, and all this icon that you see here tells you how the system works. So after the update, you have noticed that the two column, the PID and PLID, that means for product ID and product BOM line ID, will be pushed into Odoo. So it means that the system is able to push it into Odoo. So now those information are inside Odoo. So if we go back into Odoo, we can see the result of this. So as you can see, now I'm on the same module, so no other application is installed. All these parts are pushed into the system, plus the bitmap that is inside the files. So everything will be inside Odoo. So you have the BOM, you have the internal reference populated, also the description. So everything will be pushed in this way in Odoo. Okay. So now let's see the second solution, that is OdooPLM, that is our full feature solution that allows you also to do product revision, document revision, BOM management. We extend a lot of the BOM management of Odoo, support for multiple CID applications also, and so on. So let's see also how it works, our new solution. So in this case, we use the same system as you can see here. Instead of having the application that is on the try icon of Windows, in this case, we have an add-in, as you can see here in a toolbar, in which we have a lot of commands. All of these commands interact in real time with Odoo. So we can query Odoo in any way, get the data, and write the data. So the process that I'm showing you here is for pushing the data. So in this case, the system is able to retrieve the data, and as you can see, it's quite a more complex form, because in here you have the column for import, new, and recover that allows you to ask Odoo to import the product and assign that product, in this case, inside the CID application. So in this case, the file were not, there was not any custom properties, and we are going to fill it up from this application. So now what you will do is to use this functionality, the copy name. This can query also Odoo and assign automatically, as you can see, the part number. Sorry for this. Let's see. Go back. Okay, so now the Odoo encode column will be filled with all the part number. In this case, the part number will be assigned automatically, so it means that we can use Odoo as a repository for our part number. So we do not have, most of the time, from some customer that I go, I found an Excel sheet in which they take count of the progressive number, so it's quite a mess. In this case, we use Odoo, so we know that each part number is unique, because in this case we use the sequence of Odoo, so we are able to fill up all the data. After a period of time, all this information, after the accept button will be clicked, will be written inside the CAD application, and that progress bar starting to upload all the data directly from this CAD application into Odoo. So it takes just a little bit time because there are a few parts, and in this tree view that you see here, each of these parts here means that there is a file behind each icon. So you have a structure of multiple files. So this upload phase, it takes more time, because during this time all the system create part number, create BOM, and also push all the files inside Odoo. So from this moment, all the files are available into Odoo. So we are able, now we go just a little bit more, we are able also from here to create bidimensional drawings, and also upload this bidimensional drawing directly onto Odoo. So we do not manage only the BOM and the product, but also the files and the related conversion file that can be used. So now I'm going to save the bidimensional drawings for this. I just go a little bit forward because we are quite in late with the schedule. So this is just saving another bidimensional drawings. And now we go just a little bit ahead to see the result of, oops, come on. Okay, so now we are on Odoo, and as you can see, we again push all the products, but in this case we are not more on the sale app. We have a dedicated app for the engineering department that is called PLM, and as you can see here, we extend the product form of Odoo. Inside this product form, as you can see in the lower part, there are all the files that we pushed with this long journey that I just jumped into Odoo. As you can see in the lower parts, for who care about the format of the files, we have a DFT, that means that is the original file of the CAD application, plus we have DXF and FreeMF file. The DXF and FreeMF file are not CAD file, but are file of not native CAD file, but CAD file that could be used for achieving exchange of files. During the saving on the bidimensional drawing, we also create the PDF. So it means that from this moment, the finish of the save operation, you also have the PDF available on Odoo. So everyone that look at a product can see his own PDF drawings. And as you can see here, we are also able to retrieve it from the BOM. So it means that if I have a product with the BOM, I can extract all the PLM. And this is the meta format that we extract from this application that allows us also to see the three-dimensional environment inside Odoo. So you are able to see the structure from the right parts. We are able to select just one part, as you can see here, with all the information. Also, we can change just a little bit the transparency, or as is shown before, we can see also the explosion of the parts. We can do some measurements that is not shown on this video, and all this is inside your Odoo. So it's a very, very powerful tool. So here we have a brief view of the bill of material that is generated. As you can see, there is something new here. Let me check if I can stop in the right position. Okay, here we have these two arrows. That means that the files, there is an underlying level of the BOM. So instead of going to the BOM overview, you already know that that one is an underlying level. Also this icon here, you have one also here, get you access directly to the files if you want. So go ahead, just a little bit. And here you have the overview, the standard overview of Odoo to look at your files. I finish hopefully in time. I'm ready for your question if you have any. Thank you very much. Almost forgot. Here is my.
Hello everyone. So if you have questions, just scan the QR code and write the questions on the pad. If not, then I think we can stop now. So there is already one question, which is CAD software is already integrated?
Which, you mean?
Yeah, you need to be more specific because,
okay, you know,
which CAD software?
Okay, we are integrated with Inventor, SolidWorks, SolidEdge, AutoCAD, with ZWCAD, DraftSite, Think Design, so almost that. Inventor. Almost forgot it. Sorry.
Okay, so if a drawing includes materials such as tube, screw, etc.,
yes,
are those products also imported into Odoo?
Depending on the CAD and how it is managed. From SolidWorks, for example, there is a particular tool to get the BOM of this material, and of course we can extract it. Depending on the CAD application, we also, 20 minutes is really not too much time, but on the client side, the one that you see inside Odoo, there are a lot of possibility to customize it also without touching the code, just using Python scripts. So you can improve a lot the solution by your own.
How do you manage the relationship between EBOM, OBOM, and SBOM without having to make new drawings all the time?
Okay, there are a lot on the server part. There are the free options. You can have engineering BOM, normal BOM, that is the one that you have with Odoo, and spare parts BOM. And you can configure the add-ins in order to get, when you push the engineering BOM inside Odoo, you create the engineering BOM. After, when you want, there is a specific action that transforms that engineering BOM into a spare BOM or a normal BOM. So from there you can go to the production. So you have this free BOM related to the same product in this case. But it's an option, it's not mandatory.
Okay, next question is, do you generate number using Odoo sequence during export to Odoo? Or where was your sequence generated from?
Okay, the one that I show here was an Odoo sequence, but we can customize as the customer needs. It's the top most done things when we do implementation.
What happens if there is duplicate CAD data? Does OdooPLM recognize that?
When, sorry?
If there is a duplicated CAD data.
It's, not from the geometry purpose. So it means if you want to know if the system is able to recognize the 3D geometry and have a comparison no, this is not done. But starting from the fact that the CAD file, we put the data in that, so we put the part number and document number inside the part data, we are able to recognize if you reuse that product. So we have it on our system and we do not need to recreate it because we just update it if it's necessary.
If the drawing is updated, is the import duplicated?
No. There is a revision process. You can do the revision, so in that case you duplicate the drawing, so you have two revision with differences. But if you do not make the revision, the same drawing will be updated. We also have a backup set in which we take care of all the modification, and you can retrieve it later on, but it's just an option that you can use.
Can you tell us about the pricing?
You can go to our website, the prices are public, and the only cost that you have is if you want maintenance with us, so this is basically the cost and the implementation cost. The add-ins that it's all public on GitHub, and the plugin is freeware, so you can use it with some pop-ups menu that blocks you each command. So if you want to remove it, you can purchase from us the remove license for it.
Okay, and last question is, how do you detect a product in Odoo BOM that are from CAD compared to those added manually in Odoo from non-CAD parts?
We have a special field inside the product that we call engineering code, and if the engineering code is the same, we recognize it and we use the same. If not, we create a new one.
Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.